Alright guys, on my last video I mentioned that Yeezys tend to be dying, and Adidas in general tends to be kind of getting less popular. Hype is dying. Why is that? Not really totally positive, but thought about it a little bit and came up with what I call the 3 R's. So let's talk about the 3 R's on why Yeezy hype is dying. The first R is resale. You guys know what resale is, but resale and hype are interconnected, okay? They're like a monster that feed on each other. When people see that resale prices are probably gonna be high, or they think they're gonna be high, or they're already high, hype goes up. Lines get long. Your social media gets filled with pictures of the sneaker, and it just feeds on itself. So the more hype, the more resale, the higher the resale, and it grows and grows and grows. Well, lately, that hasn't really been happening with Yeezy for a couple reasons. The main reason is production. Production numbers are actually really high lately for what most would consider almost a GR, a general release, not even a limited shoe anymore for a lot of the Yeezy releases. So with production numbers high, resale is much lower. I mean, you can get a lot of Yeezy sneakers now for $20, $40 over retail price. That's was unheard of 2 years ago. When they first came out, obviously, resale prices were hundreds, sometimes even thousands above what retail price was, and hype was crazy. They were really hard to find. Everybody wanted Yeezys. Everybody couldn't wait for the next release, and it was crazy hype. So it really is tied to production numbers, in my opinion. If you think about it, that's not always true, because there are some sneakers that have actually really low production numbers, but there's really no hype around them. Even some really popular Jordans that have relatively low production numbers don't have the hype. So I don't always like to tie production numbers to resale values, because they're not always interconnected, but hype and resale, they're always connected. So that leads me right to my next R, which is restocks. Adidas and Yeezy have been basically constantly restocking almost every V2. Now we've got the Zebras coming out in a couple of days. We've got the semi-frozens coming out again, I don't know, in a couple weeks or something. So it's getting old. I mean, I don't mind a restock, especially if it's like within a week or two after the original release, but that's not at all what they're doing. They're waiting several months or even over a year and then putting the same shoe back out. Obviously that drives the hype down. And they're not only doing it once, they're doing it twice, sometimes even 3 times. Some of the shoes have been restocked 3 times. It's totally crazy. I see that Yeezy wants to live up to his word. You know, he promised everybody that wants Yeezys is going to be able to get Yeezys. Nobody believed him at the time, but now that it's coming true, obviously hype is going to go down. I think the Yeezy brand has shifted from trying to be a limited, exclusive type of shoe to where they want everyone to have a pair. And that seems to be the plan. That seems to be what they're doing. I wish they would just stop releasing older colors over and over and over. Whether that's a good plan or not, I don't know. It seems to be working out so far. I mean, not everything is selling out, but the constant restocks kind of suck. Now, there is one good thing. For the first time ever, Zebras or any Yeezy ever released is going to be available in my home state of Utah. This upcoming Zebra release will be the first time there will ever be Yeezys available at retail from a retail provider in Utah. So that's kind of good news for me. But again, this will be the second time they've restocked, maybe third, at least the second time for sure. So yeah, Zebras are going to sell out. Everybody's going to want them, but you know, it's going to hurt hype in the end, and Yeezy is going to have to come up with something new. So that leads me to the next R. New releases. So releases, that's the third R. We've had a few Yeezy releases that are new, right? We got the 500, we got the 700, we got the Power Phase. The 500 and 700 really weren't related to the kind of Yeezy style we're used to. They were part of that dad shoe craze, the bulkier dad shoe craze, which I think we're sort of on the tail end of, kind of dying off. I still personally like them, but I think in general that's sort of dying off. So people want something new. They don't want to see the same shoe in a different color. They want something new, something to get excited about. That's why a lot of these collaborations, people are getting excited because it's a twist. Like for instance, the Off-White, perfect example. Okay, it's the Jordan 1, we get it, but it's got that twist that makes it really exciting. Okay, you can still tell it's a Jordan 1 or based off the Jordan 1, but it's different. We need something like that from Yeezy to keep the hype up. But you know, as I mentioned before, these 3 R's, they're all related. Okay, they're all intertwined, and they all affect how hype is in the end. So I don't know if I'm right, I don't know if I'm correct. I want you guys to tell me. Make sure you comment down below, let me know, are Yeezys dead? Am I correct? What did I miss? Smash that subscribe button, make sure you hit the notification bell, and I'll talk to you guys soon.